Hi everybody. This morning's video, it's going to be a little bit different. As a lot of you know, I had a really rough night last night. Somebody was watching my video and they assumed something about me, which really kind of hurt my feelings a lot. So I do all my videos about keeping it real. So I'm really putting myself out there today. But this video is by no means like a pity party. Let's feel sorry for Bria video, because I don't want any of that. I don't want any of you to even think that this is what this is about. But it is keeping it real. Okay, as a lot of you guys know, I lost my daughter Madison about 3.5 years ago. Madison was disabled. She had brain and spinal cancer. She had seizures. She had, every kind of health problem under the moon. But she was my life. She was my soul. She was my everything. I took care of her for 18 years. She wasn't supposed to live past 2, but she did. So, I have some health issues. I do. About 10 years ago, I was diagnosed with rheumatoid arthritis. And at the same time, I started getting tics. Like fine motor tics. Like, I'll start bopping my head like a chicken. And I'll move my jaw. And it's very, very embarrassing. It's humiliating. I used to be this really bubbly, outgoing person. And not so much anymore. After Madison passed away, as you can imagine, as any parent can, I went down a deep, deep hole. I got very, very depressed. And my tics got worse. My movement disorder, I look kind of funny. But out of depression, I didn't want to leave the house anyways. I would just, I blamed myself for not being able to, keep her alive, even if she had brain cancer and she had strokes and whatever. But I went down like a deep hole. I pushed everybody away. I didn't want to be around anybody, But my tics, they started getting worse. So I would keep myself inside. Became less bubbly, less myself, and I lost myself. I did. It's very embarrassing for me to go out in public sometimes, because if you don't know who I am, then you guys just assume other things, which is very embarrassing, very humiliating. And so I'm here to talk to you guys today about different kind of diseases that are not just, regular disabilities and stuff like that. First they said it may be Tourette's. Well, don't worry, I'm not going to be cussing anybody out during this video, so just relax. It's not really Tourette's. It is tardive dyskinesia. It's a movement disorder. It gets worse with anxiety, or if you're in an uncomfortable situation. And well, the last 6 months, I've decided to go back and pursue acting. What I was doing before Madison passed away. And of course that means putting myself out there. But when I get comments and stuff like that, about the different kind of diseases with my disease, it's embarrassing and humiliating, and then it makes me have a self-esteem problem thinking that I'm not worth it, I can't do it. And that's bullshit. Because there's so many people out there with underlying medical problems. And before you go and you judge somebody, just by looking at their appearance, you need to get to know that person, and you need to educate yourself. It was the same thing with my daughter. Since she was disabled, everywhere we went, we got the dirty stares, we got the looks, because she looked different. She was beautiful. She was gorgeous. But people are not educated these days about underlying medical diseases where you can't even see, like depression or anxiety or PTSD and all that stuff. You guys need to learn how to educate yourself about it. And if you have it, you make yourself more unique. That's what I guess I can say I am. I might look like a little bopping chicken on crack sometimes, but I guarantee that's not the case. Sometimes I can make fun of myself for it. It looks funny. But it's also humiliating. It's also embarrassing. And it's time for me to get myself out there, back into what I want to be doing. But I also wanted, because of a very good friend of mine, told me to talk about, and you know who you are, just tell everybody what I have. So, before you judge people, get to know the person. Get to understand their underlying conditions, their medical problems, what they've been through in life. You can't just look at somebody and just assume, oh my gosh, you know. You have to get to know somebody, and you have to understand, you know, and how hard it is for that person if they have an underlying medical condition. How embarrassing and how humiliating and how hard it is for that person to be the person they're supposed to be, that they really are, bubbly and goofy and silly like me, who really want to get out there. But I don't know. So yesterday was a really hard day for me. I was humiliated. I was embarrassed. But I can't be that way anymore because obviously this is who I am. And I am seeking treatment for it now because I did it in the past. Didn't really care. But now I am. So hopefully the condition will get a little bit better. But I got to embrace it. And just want people to know, if you see someone walking in the grocery store that looks a little different than you or acts a little different than you, don't assume the worst case scenario. Okay? Give the person a chance, get to know them, and educate yourself on everything. Have a good day.